Okay, so today I wanted to go over another important piece of publishing. I'm going to share your book, Rod, as an example. When you publish a book, you have the opportunity to go out and set up your Author Central account. And when you do that, you get your picture if you've uploaded your picture into your Author Central account. And there's a link here, or this is a hyperlink. So if I would click on Rod's name, it's going to take me out to his Author Central account. And it tells me a little bit about the author. It tells me his books. It looks professional. And then it also, when you scroll down, there's the write up about the author. Okay. I found a book this morning, this book here, that they did not set it up. So there's no author picture, no author name, there's no about the author. And so if this person has more books, I don't know it. Your professionalism is going to, these are all in the details. So how you do that is, so if you haven't done this, and if you do have your Author Central account and you have more than one book published, just go out and make sure your books are claimed. So you cannot set this up until you have a book published. Then you can go out and start claiming your books. So when you first set up your profile, here's your author profile. You can go out and set this up. You can put some links in here and so forth. But then you can go out and you can click add a book and you can find your book and add it to your Author Central account. So that way someone goes out now and they look at any of my books and they're going to see my picture just like I showed you Rod's. They can click on it. It's going to show them all of my books that I have currently on Amazon. And highly recommend you do this because it looks professional on your book page. Your profile, you can write up whatever you want in here, and that's a bio. That's where you can expand on your bio. You can get reports in here, how many tells you how many followers you have, and so forth. But the biggest thing I think is to be able to go out when somebody is out on your book page, underneath your cover, they're going to see your picture. And then down below, there's going to be about the author. And it just adds that professionalism to your book. And so that's something, like I said, you can't do it unless you have a published book. Once your book, you have one book published, you can go out and set that up. Oh, I was gonna,
I'm just going to add, it doesn't matter if you publish through Amazon or somebody else. My books are published through Lulu, but because they're available on Amazon, I was able to set up an author page.
yeah, because it's published, yeah. That's the link to get you set up, Amazon, author.amazon.com. Um, so if you haven't ever done that, do it. I think if you have to go out and claim all your books, I think they get added. You
Yeah.
just go out and get it started, you get it started, and then they'll add everything else to it as you publish. So again, it's there's these things that can make your book stand out over somebody else's. When you use formatting on your description and you have more than a couple of paragraphs and you really give them details on how this book is going to benefit them, that's going to stand out. And they see your author central stuff. That's all going to help stand out. Professionalism is important. I have looked at some books and it just like there was the cover wasn't good, the write-up was practically non-existent, there was no author central, and I'm like, how can I even trust that this book has any good quality, anything in it? Um, it, again, human nature. human nature, understanding human nature. When you make your stuff look good, look professional, people are going to be more drawn to it. And especially if you're trying to say that you're, if this is part of a business or whatever, and you want to be the expert in that business, then look professional. Make your book look professional. Make your page look professional. And these are ways you can do it, and they don't take any time. Your author central takes a few minutes to set that up. Your book description takes a few minutes. I mean, you have one version already for your book written, and now just you can expand on that and make it even better. But it just really doesn't take a lot of time to, there's not really big investment or anything like that to do these things to make your book stand out. Because if somebody's scrolling, they're searching for a particular topic, and there's two books, yours, they see these two. Okay, I'm going to look at these two books, and they look at the first one, and the description is either super short or it's really long, and there's no bolding, no nothing to break it up. They're like, okay. And then they go to yours, and it's like, just, it's just so nice looking. They're more apt to buy your book over somebody else's.